Rome fell in 476. That's the date. You learned that date. It's wrong. Not slightly wrong. Not, well, actually wrong. Wrong by 977 years, which is longer than the United States has existed, 5 times over. Here's what happened. Rome had a problem. Rome always had a problem. The problem was 15 years old. His name was Commodus. He ruled on pure feeling, and he died in a bathhouse fighting a wrestler. And that was the stable part. Then Rome got creative. It tried emperors. Lots of emperors. 26. In 50 years. Most of them were murdered. Some lasted weeks. Quick detour. The year is 193. Commodus is dead. Rome needs an emperor. Luckily, Rome has bodyguards. The Praetorian Guard. One job, protect the emperor. An old general takes the job, Pertinax. He offers the guards a bonus, 12,000 sesterces each. The guards wanted more, so they killed him. 87 days in, so Rome needs another emperor, and the bodyguards have an idea. An auction, not a metaphor, a literal auction. They stood on the walls of their camp and sold the Roman Empire to the highest bidder. 2 men bid, one inside the camp, one outside, shouting numbers up. The man outside won, Didius Julianus. Winning bid, 25,000 sesterces per guard. That's 5 years of a soldier's pay. He bought the Roman Empire at auction, like a couch. Then he raised his own bid to 30,000. After he'd already won, nobody asked him to. 66 days later, a real general walked into Rome, and the Senate that crowned Julianus sentenced him to death in the palace they crowned him in. The general was called Severus. His first act, he fired the bodyguards, all of them, banished 100 miles from Rome. On pain of death, they kept the money. They lost everything else. Keep all of this in mind. Because Rome is about to make it policy. Now, emperors cost money. 26 emperors, 26 payrolls. Rome did not have that, so Rome got clever. Rome got clever a lot, and it never once went the way Rome thought it would. It never went well. This is a denarius, standard Roman coin, the thing every soldier in the empire got handed, every month, without fail. Under Augustus, nearly pure silver. About 95%. Good coin. Soldiers liked it. Soldiers matter, because soldiers pick emperors. So the coins had to keep coming every year. To every soldier, in every province, forever. They melted them down, added a little copper. Just a little. 90% now. Nobody noticed. So they did it again. 70, 50, 30. And then it stopped being a silver coin. It became a copper coin with a silver coating, a wash. You could rub it off. People did. People rubbed the money. And the money came off in their hands, which is a very unsubtle way to learn your money is not money. By the 260s, under 5%. 5 from 95. The coin looked the same. Same size, same weight, same face, worth almost nothing. Here's the thing about money. Everyone finds out. Not all at once, but everyone. Prices went up, then up, then up. So the soldiers asked for more. They got more. Worth less. So they asked for more. That's the loop. Rome ran that loop for a century, and every turn of it made the next turn worse. Nobody stopped it. Nobody could. Rome had one more problem. A boring one. Boring problems and empires. Rome was big, really big. Britain to Egypt big. Now, imagine a crisis, somewhere out at the edge where the empire is thinnest and the news is slowest. Say, in Britain, someone has to tell Rome that someone gets on a horse or a boat, mostly a boat. Boats have weather. Weather has opinions. Weeks pass. The message arrives. The emperor reads it. The emperor thinks. The emperor decides. The decision gets on a horse. More weeks. The decision arrives in Britain, and the crisis is over. It resolved itself. 2 months ago, somebody already handled it. Badly, probably, and expensively, and in a way Rome would never have approved of, but handled. And here comes Rome's answer to a problem that no longer exists. Every time, for 400 years. So the provinces stopped waiting. They handled things themselves, their own decisions, their own alliances, their own armies. And slowly, quietly, without one dramatic moment anyone could point to, they stopped needing Rome at all. Not rebellion, something worse, indifference. Here's the part that isn't funny. While the emperors were killing each other, a plague moved through the empire. Contemporary accounts describe thousands dying a day. In Rome alone. The people living through this were not watching a costume drama. They were burying their families. Okay, back to the idiots. Now, the part everyone gets wrong. You've heard this one. Rome let the barbarians in, and the barbarians ate it. Neat story. Historians have been quietly walking away from it for about 30 years. Here's why. Yes, Rome hired outsiders. Rome hired outsiders for 4 centuries, in enormous numbers, and won most of its wars doing it. That's not decay, that's staffing, because Roman was never a bloodline. It was paperwork. You served. You got citizenship. You were Roman. Your children were Roman. That's the whole trick. That's how Rome got to be Rome. And the late army? It kept winning. The historians who actually counted the officers found the barbarian takeover mostly isn't in the evidence. It's in the retelling. Meanwhile, something funnier was happening. Roman soldiers started dressing barbarian on purpose because it looked good. Trousers, long hair, barbarian unit names worn like a brand. The enemy was the fashion. So by the 400s, you couldn't tell. Not by the name, not by the clothes, not by the language, not by who their grandfather was. The line between Roman and barbarian had stopped being a line. It was a smear, and everyone was standing in it. So when you hear that barbarians took Rome, ask which ones. It comes back in about 90 seconds. 476. Another teenager, same throne, same problem. A general took the crown off him. His name was Odoacer. He was on the payroll, Rome's payroll. And then Odoacer got weird. He kept the Senate. He kept the taxes. He kept the roads, the courts, the paperwork, the whole machine. He kept everything. Then he boxed up the crown and mailed it east. East, to the other emperor. Because there were 2, and there had been 2 for so long that nobody thought it was strange. There had been 2 for a century. Nobody tells you that part. The eastern half didn't fall. It ran another 977 years. 977. They called themselves Roman the whole time. Nobody told them they had fallen, which is generally the first thing you notice about falling. The word Byzantine, invented in 1557 by a German, 100 years after they were gone. So why 476? Because the people who wrote the textbooks lived in the West, and in the West, 476 was the year the local branch closed. The empire didn't end. The paperwork did. Rome didn't fall. Half of it fell. The half that wrote it down, sources below, all of them. So, Rome fell in 1453. Go correct somebody.